I'm live, so let's go ahead and enter our 5 minutes of fame. Drop your city and state, or simply say hello as the notifications are letting you know that I'm live. Let me know if you can hear me well, if you can see me well. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Microsoft application. All right, I think I got that going. So it's a 5 minutes of fame. If you're new to my channel, if you're new to the live stream, I want you to do your do now. Come in if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up, right? Hit the thumbs up so we can share this with others. If you're watching on Facebook, also hit the thumbs up, but share this to your personal page. And if you are watching on Periscope, tap those hearts, show some digital love, say hello, and invite your followers. Hello, Nyla. I don't think I didn't go live yesterday, but I want to thank you personally for the birthday gift, right? The $100 birthday gift to my Cash App, Nyla. Thank you so much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Nyla, also remind me what city and state you are from, right? Drop your city and state. But Nyla, I greatly, humbly appreciate that $100 gift. And I pray that it returns to you 10 times the amount that you give it or gave it to me, quickly and speedily, right? So we have Shantae in from, I think what's Miami again? I keep forgetting it. Detroit is the 313. Miami is the 3 something. I keep forgetting Miami. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Coming in. Hello to you as well. Thank you, Nyla. She got me. Help me on that one from the 305, right? Miami, Florida. Thank you all so much. 305. Jesus. Hello from California. Shantae says 305 as well. Hello, Jesus. So as you all are coming in, make sure that you on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, right? To invite more people to come in. Take some time, hit the thumbs up. Inland Empire, California. Inland Empire, California. I think Jesus says that's about how many miles from Los Angeles? 45 miles, 45 minutes exactly from Los Angeles. So again, if you all are coming in, if you're new to my podcast and live stream, I'm known in the credit and cash flow world as the queen of credit because of the results that I help people get with their personal credit, and now getting more results to help people build business credit or acquire business credit as well, right? So I help you shift from good to great credit bad to good credit, and from good to get great credit. And not only do I help you improve your credit, but provide you with the credit education and strategies and information, right, to help you optimize your credit, or better yet, to use your credit to invest to make more money. Now, just know not all people can do that, right? This game is not for everybody. I tell everybody all the time that this is chess, right, and not checkers. So if you are not a responsible person that can handle debt or credit to invest, then my channel, my advice may not be for you. But hey, hang along long enough. Maybe your mind will transform and transfigure, and you will understand that the rich and wealthy get rich and wealthy by leveraging or using credit to invest in assets. So again, this is what I like to call chess, not checkers. Jesus says 40 minutes from LA. Okay. Inland Empire, California. Right. Yeah, good. So from bad to good and from good to great, right? And hopefully from credit to cash flow, meaning using your credit to invest. So we have 35 seconds in, 35 seconds and 30 seconds count down. So whether you watch this live or in the replay, you can hashtag this is chess, definitely not checkers. So learn that the queen, just like in a game of chess, is the um, most important piece in the game, as it will be with your finances, because she's the most volatile piece. She's the most piece that can move vertical, horizontal, promote the pawn, right? Because if you don't have the income, you're not making the money, people. You're going to have to learn how to use the bank's money or TBM or other people's money, right? OPM, so you can multiply your money or you can maximize your money. And if you don't know, now you know that many Americans' average income, right, is below $75,000 a year annually, right? So that within itself, those stats within itself, 82% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, will inform you that we don't have the money that we need to invest, but you can invest using the bank's money like the rich do, right? With a financial education and strategies. What's up? Jones is in the house. He said, what it do, fam? Hello, Easy. Easy's coming in the house from Georgia. Again, on YouTube, make sure you all hit the thumbs up. Then we have Houston, H-Town in the house, right? Houston, H-Town in the house. So that's the 5 minutes of fame. And I know that this was breaking news today, but it's already late news, but I'm going to share it with you all again because I did a video in November that said or that informed people that October would be scary wing, right? It would be the month of massive layoffs. I did that. Let me see, can I find that video on my channel that I aired last month? And I told people, or I informed people that October would be the month of our months, right? So let me see, can I find it? Just so. Yep, here it is. See, share this with you. 1 second. And I will have the date. This was, well, actually it was aired September the 8th, right? I aired this video September the 8th. And here I am. All right, is this my twin? You all let me know. You think, you all think this is my twin? What you all think? Let me know. Oh, this is my 5 minutes of fame showing. So this was the actual video, right, that I did. Big layoffs because of credit issues. Here it is. October will be a scary month. Stream September the 8th, 2020. I don't know why it went blank. Right? So this is me, September the 8th, airing this, informing you all this, or maybe it's not me. Maybe it's my twin, right? What do you all think? Let me see. Here it is. September the 8th, 2020. I talked about FICO then, rolls out new scoring model, right? But this is definitely my title, saying big layoffs because of credit issues, and October will be a scary month, right? I aired this September the 8th on my YouTube channel, and here we are. One day, September the 30th, 2020. JH says, hello, gorgeous. Gorgeous, love your hair. Well, thank you. It's time for a touch-up, actually. So thank you so much, JA, for the compliment. Thank you so much. Right, Walt Disney, big layoffs, right? Easy. as well. 45,000 layoffs on airlines tonight at midnight. Exactly. And 28. So actually it was October the 1st, right? So actually it is October the 1st because this happens at midnight. Exactly, Sandra. There are a lot of layoffs. So I did these live streams to inform people. Hello, Curtis. Good evening. And, I told them that October would be a scary month. This was September the 8th. So let's look at the article, right? This is not really new news, but we will, it is definitely breaking news, right? The airline said they could not last. I also discussed that or covered that in earlier this month. Disney to lay off 28,000 people. This is not your normal recession. I've been saying that, right? This is not your normal recession. I've been coming to you all year, informing you about FICO 10. I've been coming to you all year, informing you that this one will happen. It's being compared to the Great Depression of the 1930s, the most drastic economic reset that this, and historically, that we've ever known, right? But this generation has never, this is going to make 2008 look like a flesh wound, right? A flesh wound. And I told you to expect the health pandemic numbers to begin increasing again, right? In October as well. Everything is strategically planned, right? Curtis said that you hear about Navy, update Equifax 2 times this month, report a high balance. I did, Curtis, and we can discuss that as well. I didn't really come on. My views are not really high today. I don't know what's going on, but honestly, when I get into the more deeper topics about the health pandemic, about layoffs, and informing you of things like this, the views will be very low, right? Even when I have business credit again, it does not monetize like my other channels, but that doesn't disturb me or distract me from giving you all this information because it's well needed. And I tell people all the time, your most lower views videos on YouTube, right, give you the best information. This is with all honesty, right? So make sure you just hit the thumbs up if you're on it, and try to share it as well, because especially when I get into business credit and the Rona, the C word, it doesn't really help my views, but I do it anyway. That's then the crash. And so Disney, and then we'll go over Navy Federal. Will lay off 28,000 employees across its park experience, the company. And I was thinking, I said, what happened, right? Did Mickey and Minnie have a fallout like Trump and Biden? Do you all think Mickey and Minnie had a big argument like Trump and Biden last night? Wasn't that something? Oh my God, you felt like you was watching 2 years old, right? So I hope Mickey and Minnie didn't get upset and decide to just, because I don't understand, right? Disneyland, right? Disney has made billions of dollars. So if they cannot last during this crisis, right, then that's not looking good for other businesses. So while Disney theme parks in Florida, Paris, Shanghai, Japan, Hong Kong have been able to reopen with limited capacity, both California theme parks have remained shuttered, right? The wonderful world of Disney. So prolonged closures at Disney California-based theme parks and limited attendance in its open parks has forced the company to lay off 28,000 employees across its parks, experience, and consumer products division, right? So this happens now. I told you all too. I informed you all too that unemployment would fail within 6 weeks as well. All right. So even the $300 that was approved beginning in October, for the first maybe 2 more weeks, do people have that for the states that still or could afford to offer that, right? Some of them have about 2 more weeks of that 300 payment, and then it crashes, it stops, right? Again, I cover all of this in that September 8th video. So Curtis is asking me about Navy Federal. This is not in my title, but I will briefly cover that because I did see this post and in the group and Facebook group. Let me see if I can find it. But I will share it. Come on now, I just saw it. But I want you all to be able to read the post. Okay, just see. I mean, I just saw it in the group. I don't know if they deleted it or took it out. But Navy Federal is reporting balance updates, right? More frequently, right? Even before the statement reporting days. So that's what Curtis was referring to. And oh, okay, here we go. So let me share this with you. Marn, not the first. Easy, those numbers are lies, but hey, if you believe it, to each his own. This is something that's manufactured, right? Not something that's just in 2020 that something unknown, right? Just know everything dealing with our government is strategically planned. And did you all know the 5G iPhone is released, right? So you need to study the radiation and 5G, most definitely. So I know I may not get a lot of views now. All right, so, but just hit those thumbs up and maybe people will come in anyway. All right, so this was the post. Attention Navy Federal card holders. Did I make that too big? I think I did. Hold on. Well, it took me out. I gotta find it all over again. Tried to zoom the page for you and it made it too big. But this was a notification in our group notifying Navy Federal card holders that the reporting was twice. And this is what people don't know, right? And this is why I don't really just get into debate with people about credit repair and if you can fix your own credit. Maybe minor issues, right? If you have minor issues and you do some due diligence and research, and this is not to deter or, try to convince people not to try, right? It's 40 million people with bad credit. So the credit consulting or credit repair business will always be needed, right? But this is what I'm going to share with you all, but you probably didn't know. This has designer soapbox on it. Now, mind you, that there have been some things on this channel reported by Navy Federal that's not true, or they have not proven to be accurate, right? One thing about Navy Federal only pulling for Equifax, it has not been accurate up to this point, right? Then some people came on YouTube and said that Credit Karma will only use TransUnion, right? Up to today's date, that's not true, right? They still report TransUnion and Equifax, right? So nonetheless, the post reads, Navy Federal card holders, and I am 2 Navy Federal card holders. Navy Federal reporting balances to their credit cards to bureaus at any given time, not just on the statement end date. Stay on top of your utilization and pay every week as possible to avoid your score tanking and taking a major hit. These are supposedly some snapshots attached, saying the Navy Federal responded, sends electronic transmission to all four. Now, this is the point that I want to bring out. All four major credit agencies each month: Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and Innovis. Many people do not know who Innovis is, right? That they don't know that there are other reporting credit agencies. Now, this may be a legit letter because it does word it the correct way and says four major credit agencies each month. They didn't call them credit bureaus, right? So these are one of the taxes that I do when people have extreme or very challenging credit repair issues, is I have them to opt out and freeze the major credit agencies, which includes Innovis, Credco, and LexisNexis as well, not just Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, right? So I don't get into arguments about people that say anybody can refix their credit. Anyone, credit repair is easy. You don't have to pay professionals. And when you ask these people, what are the major credit agencies? All they know is Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, right? They don't know about these other reporting agencies. I don't get into that. I just don't get into that argument, right? So this may be a legitimate post. However, please be advised the update can be sent at any time, right? And your balance will reflect new payment and transaction as well. Now, me personally, I have not seen any dips or changing, but it doesn't bother me even if I did, because I always use my credit always fluctuates, meaning that I use my credit to invest. And this is where people get caught up. You're so concerned about your credit score, you need to be more concerned about your credit profile. There are some people in the high 700s credit score who still cannot get approved for business credit and business funding. It's more about your credit profile than the score alone. Profile means your personal identifiers, your inquiries or inquiries, right? Your derogatories, right? Your negatives, derogatories, same things, as well as your positives. If you have, for example, too many inquiries, you still can have a high credit score. You still can be in the high 700s. If you have a bankruptcy, you still can be in the high 700s, but that still would disqualify you for business credit. So let's get into business credit, right? So they're showing the last statement balance was $1,839, but this was on September the 3rd. However, supposedly Navy Federal reported the balance on September 26th, Saturday, which was my birthday, right? And it dropped their score as a result. Right. So to 689. So again, I have Navy Federal. I have not seen the firsthand knowledge of this yet. We have another California Inland Empire. Hello, in the house with Jesus, Monique. Thanks. Jesus is from that area as well. So, you can always network with people about things that you learn on my channel, right, to do business. There are some people in the high 700 with a bankruptcy who cannot get approved for business credit or a home. So it's all about your business profile, people, not necessarily your business score. So let's get into more about business credit, right? One of the most popular false beliefs that people have right now is that I can get business credit without using my personal credit, right? Or what they call in the business world, without being a personal guarantee. That is not true. Like those days are long, long gone. Long gone are you getting tier 1 or what they call net 30 accounts, right? Or you getting Home Depot, Lowe's cards, Uline, et cetera, Office Depot, Staples, getting those in an EIN, and then getting 10 of those trade lines added, and then being able to get business credit without using your social, right? Those days are gone. Thank you. Won't happen anymore. You are going to have to use your personal credit to get business credit, right? In the game. And so that's number one why I want to tell people. T Bell, thank you so much. You said you finally caught me live. Good vibes, good vibes. Let's have good vibes. I honestly wasn't feeling 100, but I feel better since I live streamed. I was unsure if I was actually going to go live today, but I read and researched so much information that I felt was powerful that I wanted to, right? You know what, Easy? The credit agencies within themselves cannot reduce people's credit scores, right? The people that use their credit in a unproductive way produce their credit scores. The credit agency is just like a report card that you receive at school, right? I teach in the public school system as well, and sometimes you'll hear the children state, that teacher gave me an F. No, that teacher reported your F that you earned. I'm looking right in the camera. I'm not wavering, not one bit. I'm not looking down at another comment. I'm gonna look right in the camera and say that. The teacher didn't give that student an F, right? The teacher reported and documented, that's a better word, documented the F that the student earned. Likewise, if you maintain and keep good credit, there is no way that the credit agencies can hold you down, right? No way. There's no way that they can report low credit score or reduce people credit scores. No, they report your activity. Now, through law, legally under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, if the credit agencies did not report this information with 100% accuracy, right? Or if it was incomplete, unverifiable, or even unfair, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, then you, under your rights, have rights for deletions, right? On those terms of those terms only. But usually 9 times out of 10, the credit agencies report accounts in truth, but they don't report them accurately. See, it's a big difference. It's a big difference, right? See, for example, if I have a student that averaged an F or made an F on a test or a quiz or paper, or just a regular standard classwork procedures, right? But I go into the computer system, and even though that grade was an F, but for some type of reason, I enter or input the information. Maybe I put the wrong test title, right? Maybe I put Chapter 9 test on U.S. American history, where the 68 was actually on Chapter 10 test of the continents of the world, right? And so because I put the wrong chapter test and the wrong title, right, I would have to delete it. And that's how it works with your credit, right? You got that charge off. You got that collection. You paid late. You got that bankruptcy. However, did they report it correctly? And did they go through the correct methods, right? The correct chains of command to make sure it was reported correctly. See, as a teacher, when I grade a child's paperwork, I'm the grader of that test. I have firsthand knowledge. However, right, if I take a test that Miss Jones graded and said it was an F, and I didn't go back to check the accuracy of Miss Jones' grading, and then I, as Miss Coach Deloach, as the kids call me, just enter that F based off of Miss Jones saying, yeah, that's true, this grade is 68. Well, then a parent looks at the grade and they looked at the test and say, well, hey, Miss Coach Deloach, actually they got questions 3, 4, 5, and 7 correct. So because I didn't report the accuracy of Miss Jones, right, which is the original creditor, but I just took her word for it and entered the bad grade, now that child has to either retest, get deleted, or change it to updated accuracy, right? So that's the way it works in the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? Let's see. Someone says Curtis Navy Fed did everyone a favor by granting a high limits to new card users. But yeah, you have to establish them wisely. You do. Navy Federal give high credit lines, right? So and even that person had a $25,000 credit limit and they had very low balance or debt ratio. They had like 1,300 on a $25,000 limit. That's less than 10%. So that's still very good. Curtis said people need to step up the game with business credit. Requires 2 to 7 years of solid credit activity. What people don't know, I believe, Curtis, about business credit is that, thank you, Monique said, great analogy. I hope I broke it down because I love teaching. I really do. And I love teaching basketball. I love teaching financial education, right? I love teaching. And exactly as Curtis says, hearsay does not work when it comes to your legal matters under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, let's get more into business credit. So people think that, okay, I need to just get an EIN, right? People, let's use some common sense analogy, right? Why would the banks want to give you thousands of dollars of their credit, right? Because we do understand that business credit, when used for business transactions, are higher limits of approval because you're using it for business purposes and not personal. So why would the banks want to give you $25,000, $50,000, $75,000 based off Home Depot, Lowe's, Uline, Staples, Office Depot, et cetera, accounts, right? So number one, it mirrors your personal credit. And that's why having higher limit personal credit cards like a Navy Federal at $25,000 helps your business credit because it will mirror, they will look at, okay, what's the highest personal credit limit that you've used responsibly? So it's just not a makeup of your score, right? And also, what people will need to understand some things is the difference of business entities that they need to form, right? Getting your social security number will be used as a leverage, right? We're going to say that as a leverage for business credit, but the foundation of your business credit needs to be your EIN, right? Your employer identification number. Thank you so much, Patrick. Take you inside true love, your professionalism, and spread your things that I want to consult. I did leave a message though. Okay. And listen, I don't want you all to get, I guess, deterred from sending me messages, right? Just at the point that anyone that sends them at midnight, 10 o'clock at night, 4 o'clock in the morning, those are people I would not work with, right? I mean, there's a such things as sending a message 1 or 2 hours after business hours and sending them late into the night and in a disruption of professional practices. 10 o'clock, 10:30, midnight, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. People, you have to understand business etiquette, right? And people don't understand. I have to know if you are a good fit to work for me, work with me. because again, credit repair restoration is a very tedious business, and people have to exercise patience, right? It took you years to get that bad credit. You began establishing credit at the age of 18, right? So you should not, unless it's one or two collections and things like that, expect it to be dissolved and reversed within 30 days. So if you show impatience by sending text messages that late in the night, right, then those one of the key signs for me that you will not be a good match for me to work with you, because that message could have waited until daylight the next day, right? So let's get back into business credit. Someone says, yes, they do have, I guess, 25K and 16K. They only allow 3 cards per member. So this is not a topic about Navy Federal, right? But I'm referring to Navy Federal because they do give high credit limits. And those high credit limits personal cards can be used as a indication of how much of a personal business card you can use, right? And so I prefer business credit cards, especially starting with that, over getting a business loan. And this is why, because, for example, if you get a $50,000 business loan, that $50,000 is going to have a fixed payment, right? However, if you get a $50,000 revolving credit line or unsecured credit, right, a credit card, you only pay on the amount that you use, and you can recycle and reuse, right? So you may not have to use all of that limit at one time, right? You need to use $10,000 of it, right? Or $5,000 of it. And again, you can recycle and reuse, which means your monthly payments can be lower, which can give you more capital, right? In those areas. Curtis said he's been approved for business credit in Conoco and Target. I hope that you have a business that you need to use a Target card with. For example, in the financial consulting business that I am, it's not too many things from Target that I can get. They don't have many things that I need in the technology area or the technological area, like printers, computers, things like that, the paper, the ink that I need to do my financial consulting, right? So again, still, you will be better off leveraging your personal credit to get the Visas, the Amex, the Chase, right? The Wells Fargo's, the Bank of America's, those type of business cards with higher limits, above and beyond 5,000, right? And so again, that's a great thing to have those secure cards, but just know Equifax and Experian is what the business credit scores mainly use, and the small business SBFE, right? Financial exchange, not your payday scores. And those net 30 accounts and tier 1 accounts is really just building a payday score. So what you want to do, as I'm getting questions in, okay, Patrick, my investment is $125 for your credit audit. I first have to look at your credit audit because many people can get approved for a mortgage in the 680s, right? However, mortgage is going to look more at your credit score. It's also going to look at your income status, right? And so I will have to do a credit audit to look at your score, to look at your credit report, to see what steps you need to take to get your credit in position to be a home buyer. So congratulations, Nyla, on getting $7,500 SBA loans. Some people can't even get that much from SBA, right? Small Business Association, those loans are not easy to get, right? So congratulations on getting that, Nyla. Mar says, did the government run your credit? Okay. She says, yes, they did. Yes, you have to, they will run your credit for a small business loan. That's why a lot of people didn't get them, because they had bad personal credit, right? Again, long gone are the days, right, of getting these net 30 tier ones, like Rodney is saying, JC Penney, Dell, Office Depot, Sam's, um, you know, and think you're going to get the bank's money, right? These are more department stores. I'm not talking to people who want department stores, right? Me, myself, I do have Office Depot and Sam's business credit cards, but I want the bank's money, not department stores' money. There's no reason, unless I want an outfit, for example, that I would need to go to a JC Penney for my financial consulting services, right? So that says congratulations, Nyla, right? And so now, with that being said, that's step one, right? People need to look for the bank's money, not department stores' money, if you want to build business credit. Number two, and this is for the people that's in the home-based business with me as well, you need to form a business entity, right? You need to form a business entity. Now, I'm not going to get into discussion in detail, but I will tell you this about business entity. LLCs protect your assets, right? LLC entities protect your assets. However, which is a lot of reason why people in real estate, for example, have them, and people in the financial consulting arena have them as well, LLCs. However, they do not lower your tax expenses, right? S corporations lowers your tax expenses, or you pay the lower tax expenses. So a lot of people elect to combine the two, right? There's a way that you can combine both an LLC and an S corp. However, there are only 3 states, right? There are only 3 states that have a strong, what is called charging order, right? Which is what you need for the highest degree of asset protection in the LLC, right? And so I don't like C Corp as well. I hate C Corps. I hate C Corps, and for people that's in small-based business, or they are in the beginning stages of establishing a business, I will highly not advise them to do a C Corp, right? C Corp is for the big businesses, and most small business owners, beginning people in business, and people that's doing home-based businesses, right, need to start with the LLC. I won't say need, but it's wise to start with an LLC and combine it as an S corp, right? Yes, please like the video. I would never give anybody advice to do a C corp. So do your due diligence, people. And so there are 3 states that offer this highest protection of charging orders, and that's why a lot of people do not get that LLC S corp elect in their state. If they're not in one of these 3 states, they can go outside the state. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail about this, but I'm going to keep it very simple and foundational teaching, right? And let you know, however, that if you want to get to the higher brackets, the higher echelon of business credit, you will need to also establish a holding company LLC, right? For example, my holding company LLC not only has my trademark and intellectual knowledge, but it also will have the LLC for my rental properties, right? Real estate investments, and also for my trademarks, My logos that I got trademarks, my Woman Thou Art Wealthy trademark, my Credit Rich trademark, and another trademark that I have, never deal with a broken heart and a broken handbag all at the same time. So a holding company is not just for your business operating under, but it also protects your trademarks and ideals, right? And so really before you get a LLC or S Corp established, right, you should look at the name. Now, for example, you may can register the name in the state, right? But it may be trademarked under the USPTO, I think, let me see, .gov. So it's always best to, before you establish your business entity, to go to the USPTO.gov. And let me tell you something, people, this can really be a video that people should really be on my Patreon channel and pay a subscription for me to give them this advice. But I've been reading and researching. I just felt like sharing this information with you today. Someone asked, is there a difference between an LLC and an LTD corporation? What's the LTD corporation? I never heard of LTD. I'm just going to be honest with you. The only ones I really research is the LLC, S Corp, and C Corp, right? Those are the only ones. And so you go here and you do your trademark search, because even though that name could be available for you to register as a business in your state, if someone has a trademark name on it and doing business in another state, that trumps your LLC in your state if they have a registered trademark on that name. So this is the very first thing. Search UPS, search the trademark, do a search, right, to see if that name has been trademarked. For example, I have the name Woman Thou Art Wealthy trademark. If someone in Florida, for example, want to have Woman Thou Art Wealthy LLC and operate in Florida, because I have a national trademark on it, right, then they could not use that in any other state. So just know, do a trademark search, right, and make sure that their name is not trademarked. Nyla says each one of those entities should have their own LLC. I don't know what entities you're talking about. Okay, I don't know what entities you're talking about. And so when you get to the point of having a holding company, that's when the real big money of business comes in, right? And so holding company holds your other companies, your ideas, and in some instances, not even LLCs or entities, just businesses that you're doing, whether you're establishing, for example, let's say you want to establish a mindset club, right? Where you all have mindset meetings and you fraternize and you discuss ideas and concept in investing. That can be under your holding company LLC, right? So let me give you an example of a holding company. I can find it. So Rick Ross has you all Wingstop, for example. He has, I think, some Taco Bell, right? His holding company is, I think, Rich Forever LLC holding company, if I'm not mistaken. And this holding company holds the Wingstop, the Taco Bells, those food energies and things like that. So I'm trying to find it, if that's the right name. I can't find it right now. So, but that's the whole idea. And but I'm not gonna get too in depth, right? Just do your own due diligence and do your own research, and see the benefits of assets protection through an LLC and the benefits of taxation and paying less taxes legally, because then you are taxed. See, in the LLC, you are taxed as a sole proprietor, right? In an S corp, you are taxed as a corporation, which can save you thousands of dollars, right? Uh, Nyla says each of your business entities should be listed. What business entities are you talking about? Mine or just in general? That's what I don't understand. Um, but so you go there, right? Do your due diligence. See what state you want to have, because you want to have the state that has the largest charging um, order, so you can have the highest, especially in real estate, right? Especially in real estate, a tenant slips and file, they try to sue. You want the highest asset protection states to form your LLC. People in forex trading, for example, once they get their credit fixed, their personal credit, right? Or people that's doing financial advice, right? Or consulting, they want the highest asset protection. And you also have to get your errors and omissions insurance as well, right? For those matters. So that's it about, thank you so much. Somebody that appreciate the knowledge and not trying to really and this what this is what people don't understand. I think of so much on my live streams, people try so much to look smart that they just don't sit back and observe and take in the knowledge. Thank you so much, Queen, for that $9.99 super chat. People focus so much on seeming smart and commenting that they just don't take in the knowledge. Right? They don't take in the knowledge. Okay, Nyla, if you have 5 LLCs, again, you need to know how to combine LLCs and S corp. Then, right, and all of those LLCs can be under a holding company LLC. Right? Thanks for that. Thanks for the $9.99 super chat. Lance, I'm trying to teach, but there's always students in the class who want to trump the teacher, and just the A students. Let me find that book. That's why I don't have it right here. That's why one of my favorite books is by Robert Kiyosaki. Why A students work for C students. You always got your people that want to be the A students in the class. They just can't sit back and learn more. They want to show the teacher how much they know, right? But do you have to put holding company behind your LLC? Holding company is a type of LLC for your other LLCs. So yeah, that is a great book. And I'm not really doing a lot of Q&A right now. I'm just doing a lot of teaching, right? I'm just doing a lot of teaching. And so you also need to know that you need to have what's called the SIC code for your business, right? And I'm doing a lot of teaching on Surface to help people understand business credit. That's SIC, just the way I said it, SIC code. So you can, this is enough for you to go back, do your own research. And I always tell people, do your own due diligence. I always do your own due diligence, right? Because if I start getting into detail, then it becomes consultation. And I don't ever do free consultation, but I will give you free information, right? Right. So, LOL. But thanks, hon. Thank you so much. And so SIC code, and those are business credit building tools that you need. Let's get into the next topic. What's the difference between MLM and network marketing, right? What's the difference between MLM and network marketing? Now, I've always heard that a good teacher makes things simple, right? As Albert Einstein would say, makes the complicated things simple, right? And so let me try to explain this as simple as it comes, because a lot of times that when it comes to income, a lot of people look at residual and passive income as the same, right? But let me try to explain this as simple as I can. As Albert Einstein said, if you can't explain to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Isn't that good, you all? Let me put this quote in here. See, that's where the public education school teacher in me comes out. And let me tell you this, I'm only really attracted to people. I know that entertainment sells and not education, but I'm really only attracted to people that educate. Even on YouTube, I love teachers. I don't care how long the live stream is. If you're teaching, I can listen to you for hours, right? I don't really like the latest gossip. I don't really like the entertainment. I listen to it every now and then, but I love teaching and learning. I love teaching and learning. And Albert Einstein said, if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Thank you so much, T-Bell, for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I thank you all, my kings and queens, for donating, right? Right? So if you can't explain to a 6-year-old, you don't understand yourself. So let me make this simple. Passive income, well, I'll say this simple, is income that you make from assets, right? Exactly, paparazzi on site. Passive income is income that you make from assets, real estate, a book, your intellectual property. You know, you wrote a book. Passive income. It doesn't matter if you have a tenant, don't have a tenant. If you sold 10 books one month, if you sold 20 books, right? Oh, I'm on multi-level. I'm sorry. I guess I got our point. But let me explain right now the difference between passive income and residual income. Thank you, Mark. Then I get back into multi-level marketing versus network, because they all intertwine. So that's your definition for passive income. Residual income is the income that you make, or you can make, right, residually, not just on the work you perform one time, but the work or the leverage of others. For example, my home-based business is residual income. Or if you go to ClickBank, for example, and sell something that has a monthly subscription, and you sell it one time, and as long as that person is paying, you get residual income from it, right? Or I can leverage the efforts of other people. That's what John Rockefeller said. Was it John D. Rockefeller? I'd rather earn 1%, right? I'd rather earn 1% from the efforts of other people than 100% of my own. That's John D. Rockefeller's famous quote. So that's what residual income looks like. Again, passive income is income made off of assets, right? That's passive income. Your asset is making money, right? That stock that you invested in is paying you out passively. That's an asset for you. It's making you money. That real estate, that property, once you have a tenant, that's an asset that's making you money, right? But residual income is when you maybe sell a subscription to someone or a group of people, as long as they have their subscription, or like multi-level and network marketing, right? Where you get to not only leverage your efforts, but you leverage other people's efforts. Thank you so much, AR, for that $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my kings and queens, for the $10 super chat. So this word ties into, and more than likely, your passive income will be assets that you hold for at least a year's time, right? Past assets that you hold for at least a year's time or more or longer. So it's your assets making you money. When it comes to residual income, right, because it's based off of your efforts, residually done one time, and also a combination of other people's efforts, the time restraints can be as short or as long as you would have them to be, right? So that's residual. Residual requires no assets other than people in some cases that you can also leverage to help you residually. So this is where the definition of or understanding of multi-level MLM marketing and network marketing comes into play. Through an MLM, you can earn residual income through the efforts of yourself and other people, right? I always teach leverage income over labor income. Through network marketing, right, you cannot necessarily earn income off of the sales or production of other people. You have like what's called a pay line. So for example, if I'm selling Avon and I get other distributors to sign up or enroll with me in the Avon business, which is also known as direct sales, when they sell their products, I don't get a cut from their product sales per se. However, if they become great and sell many products, I may get a bonus or a commission payout from having that person on my team because I will be their upline or their pay line. Through MLM, the only difference is you can leverage your work and the leverage work of other people, right, to get residual income, right? So that's it. My 60 minutes of fame is up. I hope this help you all better understand, because I get a lot of people that ask me sometimes about the home-based business. Is it network marketing? It is a network, right? It requires a network, and people are a network of people, right? But you need to understand, that's why I prefer MLM type payouts, because I like to leverage other people's time, their talent, and their tent, as well as my own. So I get paid off of my work, or I get income off of my work, and a small percentage if I'm help them to become productive, right, and build their business as well. So my efforts are not in vain, right? I can get paid residual as long as they continue to enroll in the business, and I can help them make more money at the same time, right? Same thing with residual and passive income. Those are the beginning steps to help you build business credit, right? And just know, people, we're going to focus on this channel, production. We're going to focus on production over politics, right? We focus on production over politics. Now, I watched the debate last night, and just to keep informed, I don't think either one of them are good candidates for where we're going economically. To be honest with you, I don't think either one are a good fit. And so at this point, you have to save yourself, right? Save yourself. This channel focuses on production over politics. Who productions? Your production. What changes are you making? How much time are you investing in financial education? How much knowledge are you seeking to make your economy, right, better? Make your economy better, right? Exactly, popularize. Focus on production over politics. Yes, Jesus, thank you all for the super chat. You all have a great night. Here's to your credit and cash flow, your peace and prosperity, and your health and your wealth. Queen of Credit out. Nyla says good night. Good night. Thank you so much, Nyla. And thank you again for the birthday cash app of $100. I greatly appreciate it. And I pray that it returns to you speedily and expeditiously. Did I say that right? Expeditiously, and double in return. AR says hello. Oh, I think Martin is just testing me. Let me let me share this with you all, which is in our log on. He said, would credit cards be passive income? Because again, passive income is an asset that produces you money. I always say credit is an asset, right? A lot of people look at credit as liability, but hey, for me, credit is an asset. Why is credit an asset? Because it makes me money. I use credit to make money. So this is just some of my posts today, but I'm going to show you all my, you all like my avatar on Facebook. I just think she's so cute. But one of my posts I made today on my personal Facebook page, why I think credit is an asset, because credit is like money. It is like magic. I mean, right? Credit is like magic. It creates money out of thin air. So yes, I believe that rewards back on ARs. And she cute, right? Gotta save yourself. Hello, Life Media Pro. So yeah, credit is like magic, right? It creates money out of thin air. So I do look at credit as an asset. And this is my Disney layoff post. But this was just my cash back from my Navy Federal card. You see my name right here, Latanya, not using anybody else testimonial, right? $313.71 for just using my credit card like a debit card, right? So cashback can redeem, and I redeemed this back and direct deposit right into my checking account. So let me put my hashtags in. Credit to me is an asset, and that would be considered passive income, right? Passive income. And so that's all the questions we have for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. And this is my, free, just for using it like a debit card, right? Just for using it like a debit card. It's free. All right, you all. And make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you on the next live stream. Jesus said, Martin, that, let me see. Martin said the first no, but if you use the rewards to no, to me, the rewards is the investment. Because to me, credit is an asset. So I don't have to use that cash to invest in assets. But, thank you, Martin. He said he liked the real queen versus my avatar. So I think that is passive income, because that's cash that came from me for just using my credit card like a debit. But hey, I'm just a queen. What do I know about credit, huh? You all have a great night.